When things get hard, keep trying no matter what. Now, I'm making this video for you guys because I want to send a positive message to everybody around the world, to anybody that's dealing with mental health or struggles in life. You know, we all know that life could get very hard sometimes, people, but you can't let life defeat you. You see, sometimes things in life happen for a reason. Things get hard, and sometimes life doesn't turn out the way we want it sometimes. But I believe that sometimes when things get hard, it's because there is a purpose in life. You have a purpose for the things that you're going through. Sometimes when you're seeing struggles and bad things in life, it's really because sometimes God could be trying to enlighten you. God is trying to mold you and make you stronger than what you really are. You see, you could be walking in life going through a lot of things. You could be struggling through addiction, struggling through depression, and a lot of things. But sometimes God could be testing you. And another thing is that really God wants everybody to know. You see, God works in mysterious ways, guys. God is all about faith. If you have a lot of faith in God, that He will help you and guide you in everything in life, then God will be there for you. But you have to trust God, people. I know that sometimes it's easy to lose faith in God. Things get hard and you just don't feel like trying, and you just feel like giving up in life, and you're like, forget it. This life is too hard, and you don't want to deal with it anymore. But you have to say to yourself, how much have you tried and done things for you to just give up like that? Giving up on your dreams. Keep going and keep trying. Just because something doesn't turn out the way you wanted it to be doesn't mean that that's the end of it. That's not the end of the road, guys. You have to keep pushing and keep trying no matter what. Life likes to beat you up, but sometimes it's really all about how hard you get hit and how fast you can get back up. We all know that this life wasn't meant to be so easy and everything handed to you in a silver spoon, but really it's all about how much you can tolerate, and you have to turn to God more. You see, God gives you the power and the strength in life to keep going no matter what. Even when things get hard, if you always have that faith that God is going to get you out where you're at, then sometimes you change and you become stronger in life. You become very like this force, like nothing can stop you at all. And I myself have wanted to give up in life a lot of times, and I deal with a lot of mental health things also myself. And I am not ashamed to talk about it and express it to the world and everybody here on YouTube. But I want to say this: if I can help somebody out there just watching this, or somebody that's just going through addictions and struggles and who's on the verge of giving up in life, and if I can make somebody's life a little better, then that makes me feel a lot good of myself, because I actually changed somebody else's life around. Keep going and keep trying no matter what. Life is always going to be hard, guys. It's always going to beat you down to the ground. And you're going to feel like you don't want to get back up. But let me tell you, God sees your struggles. And God is always going to try to give you signs. He's going to try to help you and be there for you. But you have to believe in Him and have faith in Him. Pray to God every night. Ask for His guidance. Ask for His help. Don't try to do it, don't just give up and try to do it on your own. I know that sometimes in life, we can feel like there's no purpose in anything. Like, it's just best to give up, but really you're just throwing everything away. Anything from the smallest things that you've worked hard for. It's natural and normal to sometimes go through hardships in life. Nothing is meant to be easy. It's like if you are training for something and you failed at it. You weren't chosen for that, whatever you were training for. It's all a purpose, it's all maybe for you to get better and stronger, and because even sometimes God could have been trying to send you a sign that wasn't for you. And it was for a reason why he made you fail at it. So that you can see with your eyes and say, oh wow, maybe this happened for a reason. I think that this life, there is a lot of people struggling and there's a lot of hardships in life, but people don't want to admit it, or they're just not confident sharing their thoughts, and they're not confident sharing what they really go through in their minds and in their heart. You have to keep going and keep trying no matter what. When things get hard, just keep trying, keep going. And sometimes when you keep trying and keep going, sometimes down the road, things are gonna pay off in life. Hard work most of the time sometimes pays off. A lot of people like to say that term doesn't exist anymore. Hard work doesn't pay off. It's about who you know or something like that. But I think that in certain scenarios, if you keep trying and you keep working hard at something, you will achieve something in the end. There will be a positive outcome in the end in whatever you're trying to do in your life. Just keep going, keep trying, and never give up. And I know that's hard because, there's a lot of things in life that just makes us all want to give up. We don't have what we want most of the time. But as I've said before, I've said in my other videos that really it's not you have more than enough in reality. It's just that it's hard for people to see this in their minds, that to picture that they have more than enough. Really, people in life just want to give up most of the times when they don't get what they want, or they fail at something and they just don't have their energy to keep trying. But I want to tell you guys, keep going even when it gets hard. Keep trying. There's going to be a brighter thing down that tunnel. Sometimes we go through darkness and struggles, and it's all really just for a reason. Sometimes so that we can see things in our lives, people. I believe honestly that God is very powerful and God works in a lot of mysterious ways. I believe that sometimes the Spirit of God gets inside of me to try to share messages to the world and to try to help people and paint them a picture, and sometimes help people because I feel a lot of people are lost, or they're not true to themselves, or a lot of people just give up in life and they don't have the energy to keep going or anything. And I feel like I have a purpose to send messages to the world, or to sometimes help somebody out there in life who is going through a lot of struggles. I myself has gone through a lot of struggles, and I know what it's like to want to give up and feel like there's no purpose in keep going or trying, But I honestly and meaningfully want to say to all you people listening, don't give up and keep trying in life. Follow God in your life, and God will make you feel a lot better in life. Once you have a strong faith with God and you read the Bible and you get closer to God in your life, you're going to feel reborn. You're going to feel different, And that is my message for you guys, to anybody that is watching even to this point. So hopefully you guys understand this message and picture that I'm trying to point to you guys watching this video, that when things get hard, just keep going and keep trying and never give up. Keep going and never give up, and have faith in God that God is gonna help you get out of that dark place or struggle that you're in. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in another inspirational and motivational video. Take care.